Hi and welcome to Westpac London's end of day report, end of week report. Today's Friday, the 12th of August. Well, the positive sentiment that we saw in the Australian trading session yesterday more or less continued right through today's European trading session, with the exception of a very early sell-off which was quickly reversed. That early sell-off may have been related to some weaker economic news out of Europe. We saw French GDP data show no growth at all in the second quarter, which has just raised a few questions about the strength of the broader Euroland measure of growth, which is coming out next week. We also saw June industrial production figures for Euroland. They showed a fall and steeper than expected, also adding to the sense that there might be some downside risk to our forecast for 0.3% growth in those Euroland GDP numbers coming out next Tuesday. But apart from that, European markets tended to rally through the morning session, pretty much catching up to the late half of the rally that occurred in US markets on Thursday evening. And then we had some figures on the US economy which were okay. Retail sales came in as expected in the headline, up 0.5% in the month of July, but core retailing came in at 0.3% growth rather than the 0.2% that had been expected, and there was an upward revision to some earlier figures. So a little bit better picture on the retail side, although subsequent to that we did see a steep fall in consumer sentiment in the US in August, the preliminary August report, to the lowest in 30 years. In fact, lower than any number recorded during the 2008-2009 recession. That may have tempered the gains a little bit on the US markets, but as we're speaking, and it's pretty early that I'm doing this report today, it's only 4:15 in in London today. The Dow's up 0.75% at 11,228, and European markets, quick run through there. The FTSE up 1.9%, and looking at French and German market gains, both of around 2.5%. In commodity markets, it's a typical sort of risk-on day, with gold prices down 1%, $1,734 an ounce, but oil prices are up 0.4% at $86 a barrel. Copper prices, for those interested, pretty much unchanged today. The Aussie dollar's at 1.032 against the US dollar, pretty much unchanged on where it was yesterday. All right, that's it. Fairly quick report today. Quite a few more hours of US trading to go, so anything could happen, but for the time being at least, it's just looking a little bit more positive. We'll just see how long that can last next week, and I'll speak to you then.